Hello everyone, it's Allycat Castle. So today we will be doing some eye makeup tutorial and review using the Abh Norvina Collection Pro Pigment Palette Volume 3 Eyeshadow Palette. Yes, while I share with you the 5 things that I think every one of us need as a gift this Christmas or this holiday season. And guess what? It's not material things. So without further ado, let's begin. So just so you know, I actually got this eyeshadow palette from BoxyCharm's Mega Drop. I believe I got it for $19.99, considering that this is like a very expensive palette. So without further ado, let's begin. Look at that, so pretty. So let's open this beauty. Oh my gosh, it's so big. And this is she. Oh my gosh. And you know what I'm gonna do so that I'm not gonna blind you? It actually came with this cover. So I'm actually going to put that cover right on the mirror so it's not going to blind you. Yes, right? We need to be innovative sometimes. So I already prepped my eye with the Beauty Crop Stock on You eyeshadow primer. So before I tell you the first thing that we all need for Christmas, let's start with this eyeshadow right here. You know what, today, let's do some oranges, right? Let's actually try A5. And you know me, I like to start with something darker or something really bright. Let's actually put it right here. And after that, I like to press it in. So far, that's really pigmented. So now let's begin with the first thing that we all need for this holiday season. So the first gift that we all need is the gift of time. Time that we can spend with families, friends, and the people we love and care about. Yes, and the lesson here is we need to live in the moment and make the most of the time that's given to us. So if you haven't called that special someone of yours or your special loved one in a long time, I think this is the time to do it. Why wait when you can actually do it now, right? On that note, let's actually proceed to the second color. Let's actually try this lighter orange right here, E3. And I'm going to apply that right on the inner part of the lids. And actually, I think so far, oh wow, it looks like it's kind of like a neon orange. But you know what? Sometimes we need to step outside of the box. But I think so far, it's doing a great job. Yes! So now the second gift that we all need this holiday season is the gift of travel. If only we could snap our fingers and be at every place we dream of during this holiday season. I mean, if I can only snap my fingers and go back to the Philippines or Europe, I'll be the happiest person today. And then, wow, we could have traveled the world together. The lesson here is traveling makes your heart and your mind wonder. Isn't that true? You know what? It's like, I think if there's something that every person dreams of, it's really for them to travel the world. Because usually, like, once you travel and once you come back, let's face it, aren't we all energized? So when you actually have the chance to travel, do it, because you know what? It's not just good for your heart, it's not just good for your mind. It really makes you more even productive at work as well. Yes, on that note, let's put some sparkles right in the middle, because that's actually what traveling does to us. It gives sparkles to our lives. You know what? Let's actually try, you know what? I'll try D2 right here. It's kind of like a sparkly yellow. And let's actually put it with our fingers. As you can see, it's super pigmented. And I really love this. I mean, how can you go wrong using Anastasia Beverly Hills? So it's a luxury eyeshadow palette. Super happy. Thank you, BoxyCharm, that I actually got this at the Mega Drop for like $19.99. Because I cannot afford this outside, because this one retails really expensive. I believe like around $60 or like $80 at Sephora. But anyway, the next thing is, actually before we actually proceed to the next thing, let's actually blend a little bit of D4. It's kind of like a burnt orange right in between the first color and the gold. There you go. I live in the city, so I'm so sorry if you actually hear some cars outside. And then let's also do it right here, so there's no demarcation. Yes. So before we go to the crease, let me read to you the third gift that we all need this holiday season, which is, guess what? The gift of handwritten cards. There's something special And there's something special about personally handwritten cards and messages. I mean, personally, if you ask me, I don't need any material gifts. I want a message from a friend, from a family member, or from a chosen family saying how grateful we are of our relationship. I mean, I guess because I'm 42 years old, as you get older, you know what's more important is really the people who remember you, because it's funny when we're kids. I think because we don't have much responsibilities, we have so much time for our friends. But as we get older, because I think we're so busy with responsibilities, sometimes people tend to forget really to call to write a message to someone. So if someone writes a message or a handwritten card, for me that's super special rather than a Hallmark from the drugstore. Yes. So the lesson here is a person will remember more of how you make them feel, not really by the material gifts you've given them. Though that's nice too, that can be forgotten because material gifts can be forgotten, but the way you make a person feel can never be forgotten. Yes. On that note, let's actually do some crease. Yes, we did not forget about the crease. You know what? Let's actually try to use B5. And you know what? Let's actually blend that a little bit with D5. So I usually like to blend my crease colors, especially if it's like a medium color with a little bit of shimmer, just so that it's not going to be so, how would you say this? Not so pigmented. Look at that. So pretty. And then after that, let's actually go back to the orange shadow right here. Let's actually go back to A5. And then let's actually do it right on the lower crease, connecting towards the other orange color as well. Yes. And now before I go to the fourth gift that we all need this holiday season, let's also actually try a little bit of, you know what, D4, and let's actually blend it a little bit with C1, and let's actually put that right on the upper crease. Yes. So it really has like that nice gradiating effect as well. So now the next thing is the gift of a phone call. Ring! Yes. So all of us have a cell phone right now. So please, if you can, please make that phone call. So about the gift of a phone call. When someone calls you and remembers you, isn't that really special? Not everyone calls these days anymore because all of us are actually so spoiled with texting, using the messenger. And so not everyone calls these days anymore. And to hear someone's voice is spirit lifting. Isn't that true? It's like the best thing really starting during the holiday season is when someone remembers you and calls you and you hear them voice, and even if you haven't spoken to them in like 2 or 3 years, but if you're close to them, it feels like your close relationship was bonded again from the past. So it's like a blast from the past. So the lesson here is communication is key to lasting friendships and relationships, right? Yes. On that note, let's actually put some lower lash line makeup. And for our lower lash line, you know what? Let's actually use C3. Let's actually use C3 right here. And then I would say that this is kind of like a brown color. And then actually, you know what? Let's actually blend it with A3 as well. And then we're gonna put it right here. And don't worry about that because we're gonna clean out the outside later. So we're gonna do that all over the lower lash line, all the way towards the inner lash line. And then after that, we're going to use the darker color itself, which is C3. And you know what? Let's actually combine D4 as well. And let's actually put that closer to the lash line right there. Oh my god, there's actually hair right here. What's going on? And then let's actually go back a little bit to the orange, to the A5. Let's actually add a little bit of more here on the side. And then so that it can really be strengthened. And then just like our friendships, right? Or our relationships this holiday season. Yes. And you know what? Just for fun, let's actually put a little bit of D2 and D5, a little bit right on the inner crease right here. Yes, and before we do a cleanup right here, let me read to you the fifth gift that we all need this holiday season, which is the gift of this moment. So basically, you have this holiday in front of you, like all of us do, right? Whether that be Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, or whatever holiday it is that you celebrate. What will you do about it? That's the question. What are we gonna do about this holiday season? I mean, will you be waiting for that person to do something for you? Or will you be the one, or will you be the source of giving? After all, the lesson here is, holidays is all about giving. And I can assure you that your heart has something to give. Because I believe that, you know what? Every person has goodness in them. Every person has that soft spot in their heart. So, you know what? If you really would like to feel the spirit of Christmas, you know what? This is the time to reach out to the people that you love and to the people that you care about. On that note, let me actually clean up a little bit right off the mess that I created right on the outside of my, or right on the edges of the eye. So what you do is that you just get your eye cream, and then you just get your Q-tip, and then you just clean it up a little bit. See, so that it's crispy. Yes, like the finishing touches. And then after that, I'm actually going to use my Real Techniques beauty blender. I mean, that's not really the name, but what the heck. And then I'm gonna put the concealer where we did the cleanup as well. And then after that, just to create a little bit of more drama right here, what I'm actually gonna do is, where is that I'm looking for? I'm going to apply some eyeliner right on the inner bottom of my rim, as well as right on top, put some lashes and put some lips, and I'll give you my overall thoughts on our topic today and give you my review on this eyeshadow palette. I'll be back! And here's the final look, yes! So we just finished the eyes with the MAC Fluid Line in Black Track right on the top lash line. I also used the So Wispy Blowout Lash from Kiss as my false eyelashes. And then right on the inner rim of the eye, I actually used the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in brown. And then for my lips, I actually used the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Lip Liner in Outrage. And then for my lip gloss, I actually used the Rimmel Stay Glossy in Down to Gloss. Now, when it comes to this eyeshadow palette, the ABH Norvina Pro Pigment palette number 3, super love it. Both the mattes and the shimmers performed really well, so super happy about that. And now for our topic today about the gifts for Christmas. At the end of the day, I think the best thing that we can give is a piece of our hearts to the people that we love, to the people that we care about, even if it's the strangers that we see outside. At the end of the day, that's the spirit of this holiday season, is the spirit of giving. And I am sure there in your heart, you have that sweet spot that you can share to others. Yes, I'm sure you have that love. On that note, if you actually enjoyed our episode today, hope that you can give it a thumbs up. And also, if you're into a channel that celebrates makeup, that does a lot of eyeshadow palette reviews and shares life lessons, hope you can consider subscribing as well. Again, my name is Allycat Castle, telling you and reminding you that you are beautiful just the way you are, with or without makeup. Happy holidays, mabuhay! Bye!